congratulations on the movie. I saw
Thank
it at
you.
London Film Festival. I'm not ashamed to say, as a 33-year-old man, I cried my eyes out in most of it.
That's it. That's great. Thank you.
And also, congratulations on your award last night. You must
Yeah.
be, with that and with the reviews and everything, you must both be just delighted with the
Yeah, it's
reaction.
great. It's been, it was such good fun last night because, I really genuinely wasn't expecting it. So it was lovely, and Jake was there. Ed Guiney, the producer, was there. So we all went up and were able to say thank you. And yeah, it was pretty good, Jake, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You enjoyed it.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
enjoyed
saw,
it a lot. It was a fun one to do, right?
Yeah, really was.
So obviously it's based on a book which I'd never read before. But for you as a director, and then obviously you as an actor, Jacob, what was it about this story that you felt that you needed to make this film?
Well, I have a little boy, and he was about the same age as the character in the novel when I read it. And I thought that Emma had done an incredible job in celebrating what's so extraordinary about kids of that age, their kind of optimism and also just how they think and how it's a pretty hard thing to capture. And the challenge for me was to try to capture that in a film, without the use of the internal perspective that a writer has at their disposal. And I was just, I was very, very moved by it. And I thought there was something so interesting to be explored in a film. And I think films they do certain things very well, novels do certain things very well, and I thought that there were things that a film would bring to the story that the novel wouldn't be able to do. In other words, there's a point in doing it as a film.
How did you get involved, Jacob? How did you find out about the film?
My mom said that we should audition for this, so then we auditioned for it, and I got a call back, so I went to Lenny in LA and did a callback for it, and I did a somersault, so I got the job.
Yeah, that's right. It was the acrobatics that sold me on it. But you did loads of stuff on that day. But yeah, you did it. You were totally up for doing some somersaults, and you were really good fun, and you were you knew all your lines, and I believed what you were doing. It was pretty amazing.
What was your reaction like when you came across?
It was relief.
Such a talented guy. Relief.
Because the whole film depended on finding somebody to play Jack, and we knew we had our start date, and so there was obviously a lot of pressure on that piece of casting. So when I met Jake, particularly when I met him and we started working together, we did a few hours work together that first day, and then I could see that we would be able to make it work with Jake, and I was very, very happy.
Was it the same with Brie as well?
Yeah, I mean, with Brie, we cast her much earlier because obviously adults don't change so fast. You can only cast a child close to the date of shooting, so that makes it extra especially hard. Added to the fact that the kids are, you know who the fine actresses of their generation are. You're not so sure about the kids. But with Brie, I had seen Short Term 12, and that was what really...
Amazing film.
She's fantastic in that. Then we met, and she's everything you would hope. Warm, intelligent, very engaged. And yeah, that was an easy decision.
Something I wanted to ask you, I read online two things about your hair. I wanted to ask you about your long hair. Was that your hair, or was it a wig?
It was a wig, and it was a very itchy wig.
A very itchy wig.
It's it feels like a toque when you wear it for a long time.
What's a toque? You have to translate that into this part of the world.
A beanie.
A beanie hat, yeah.
Okay, understand now. And also, I heard that you did some of your own stunts in this film. Is that right?
Yeah, when I jump out of the truck, I get to do my own stunts like Tom Cruise. I get to jump out of a truck, and I get to ride in the back of the truck and then jump out of it.
And you had some good falls as well, didn't you? Had to bump into that guy and fall over.
Remember I accidentally did a backflip?
I do. I remember that.
Is that you saying you want to be in Mission Impossible 6 then with Tom Cruise? Hanging on the side of a plane or something?
Jake, you'd like to be in Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
Well, what film would you most like to be in? I know the answer to that.
I think I know the answer to that as well.
I don't know, Naruto?
No, what like...
Oh yeah, Star Wars.
I was going to ask you about that at the end, which I will come back to in a second. What was it like working with Brie? Because obviously she plays your mum in this movie. You must have spent a lot of time together before the filming?
She was really nice, and she is a really close friend to me. We follow each other on Twitter and Instagram, and we were best friends when we filmed it, and we just had lots of fun together.
In terms of the set of room, was it something that you wanted to obviously build properly?
We needed to build it because, I mean, we stuck to the dimensions that it is as small as it's specified in the novel. It's about 11 by 11. But we couldn't have worked with that if we weren't able to light a little bit from outside and create, there were ways of removing sections of the wall. Not big, we didn't take the whole wall out, but we were able to remove sections and get low underneath by building it on a platform. So no, it needed to be a studio, but actually most of the time it was fully built and we worked inside it just like we would have had to do if it was a location. But we also just needed to control every element of the art direction, and it's such a huge part of the film that, and you're there for so long that and what you're trying to do is make it feel like a world for this kid. That I have to say, for something so small, it's the location / set that I've thought most about in anything that I've done.
Yeah, it adds to that claustrophobic kind of feel, doesn't
sure.
it?
Yeah,
amazing. Well, congratulations on the film.
Thank
I did want to
you.
ask you just very quickly, because I read this morning that you're a big Star Wars fan. How excited are you for the new Star Wars film?
Excited.
Who's your favourite character?
I really like Luke Skywalker, and one of I'm a huge fan of clone troopers, but mostly Jedis, because for Christmas I'm gonna get a clone trooper gun, and I saw it at the toy store. It's pretty cool. You can attach pieces on it to make a big gun, and then you can take them off to make a small gun. So that.
Do you want to own a lightsaber as well? Have you got a lightsaber at home?
I have 1, 2, 3.
Don't tell my little boy that, Jake.
4 lightsabers.
4.
I used to have 5.
Can you wield them simultaneously? Like some sort of lightsaber Edward Scissorhand kind of guy? Or only one at a time?
Oh.
Oh.
I know that I have a double-sided lightsaber, but I know there's toys where you can attach them onto each other, where it's like Edward Scissorhands guy.
Wow.
Well, listen, I hope you enjoy Star Wars, and again, absolutely love this film. It's one of my favourite films of the year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. Thank you
Cheers.
so much.
Bye.
Cheers.